But, free of the drugs that had numbed most of his bandmates, he knew with inescapable clarity that this tour was beating a dead horse that was turning to dust. Until now he'd survived on gallows humor, entertaining those around him with his deadpan observations on the desperate state of his singer and his band. He'd porked some girls, had some good times, but now the good times had gone. Then there was Iggy, indestructible Iggy, who hoovered up whatever drugs were placed in front of his nose, who'd been thrown on stage unconscious by his tour manager several times over the preceding months, who had been knocked flat by bikers a couple of days ago but had invited them back to the Michigan Palace for more, who now seemed so physically and mentally damaged by himself and those around him that at times both his life force and his luminous beauty looked to be draining away. By now, at least one of his closest confidants had concluded that he had suffered some kind of breakdown that had left his nervous system permanently damaged. His face was puffy, and there were lines etched around the hypnotic blue eyes that had charmed so many of America's desirable chicks. Tonight, he'd chosen to enrage the biker audience, who were convinced he was a fag, by wearing some kind of black leotard, augmented with a shawl fashioned into a see-through skirt. Despite the ludicrous outfit, he was telling them, or maybe because of it, their girlfriends still wanted to fuck him. And just in case the message wasn't explicit enough, he enunciated lasciviously the title of the next song, Cock in My Pocket. Even now, as he danced around the stage, lithe, balletic, there was a shamanic power that electrified the crowd, half of them besotted, half of them contemptuous, or perhaps simply numbed by the quaaludes that had become the drug du jour at the Palace. Relentlessly, James Williamson's thuggish, psychotic guitar kept propelling Iggy forward as he threw himself into songs like Gimme Danger or I Got Nothing, songs he had written about feeling doomed, songs he was compelled to keep writing, even when no record company was interested in releasing them. Now everyone in the audience, friend or foe, seemed to know he was doomed too. As he quipped, I don't care if you throw all the ice in the world. I'm making 10,000, baby, so screw you. Everyone present knew this was empty bravado. And if Iggy Pop didn't know it, Jim Osterberg, the man who had created this out-of-control alter ego, did. Earlier that evening, during Jim's short conversation with Michael Tipton, who was planning to tape that night's performance on an open-reel recorder, Tipton had realized that this would be the last Stooges show, an occasion for Iggy to play around, to mock the audience and his own desperate state. Many fans and foes alike turned up at Stooges shows, eager to see what ludicrous outfit Iggy would wear that evening, enjoying the banter and occasional hostilities between band and audience. But this was a more pointless circus than any of them had witnessed before. I am the greatest, Iggy screamed at the audience in the show's dying moments, as a hail of eggs flew onto the stage, one of them hitting him in the face. As eggs soared over in Iggy's direction, Ron kept a lookout for lit cigarettes, worried they'd set fire to his hair. When a heavy coin suddenly shot out of the lights and clipped him painfully on his scalp, Ron put his hand up to where it hurt and then saw blood on his fingers. For everyone around the Stooges, there was a sense that the circus couldn't continue for much longer. Natalie Schlossman, their one-time fan club organizer, had looked after the band for nearly 4 years, nursemaiding Iggy when he was out of control, often tucking him into bed and taking away his clothes in the forlorn hope that he wouldn't trawl the hotel corridors in search of drugs. By now, Natalie had walked in on the band in every possible sexual combination. James in a blood-soaked bathroom with 2 girls, Iggy in a bedroom with 3 girls, Scotty Thurston and Ron in a hotel room with 1 girl, 20 different people in an orgy in Iggy's room. But she regarded their activities with a benign, maternal concern, cooking for them and washing their